all these little blue checkers mean is that it's going to be transparent. Anything but this. So it's going to say you got Sword. It's going to hit OK. And when you click on it, it's going to say that. But just by saying that is not going to make you actually get a sword. So what you're going to have to do is you have to click below it. And how this event command works, well, this event command works, whatever you have in here, it's going to read from top to bottom like you read a book. That's the order of the events that's going to trigger. So after you click it, it's going to say this. Then after you remove the message, this is what's going to happen. You're going to actually get the sword. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to click this button right here and change items. And then you're going to scroll down. We actually don't have a sword at the moment, so I'm going to leave that right there. We're going to make a sword real quick, and that is going to be found in the database. You're going to go to items, and actually, I'm wrong. You can change weapons. There's a different tab. To change weapons, you need a longsword, so you want a longsword. You're going to increase it by constant, which is 1. So you're going to increase it by 1. That's all that means. So you're going to increase it by 1, or however many you want. You can set to 500. You can set like 1,000,000. A variable, I'm not going to go over that just yet. That's all you really need to know is that. So we have just hit OK to make that happen. So what happens is when you play your game, I'm going to play my game real quick, show you what happens. If it'll load. Okay, so you're going to go to new game. You're walking around. So here we are. There's the sword. And click on it. Just like I said, you got sword. The reason it's still there is because I didn't erase event or anything like that. So what you're going to do is we're going to go to your menu, X, your equip, Ralph. As you'll see, we now have a long sword in the inventory right there. But you already have a long sword. So here's what we're going to do. When you get the sword, you're going to make it to where it disappears after that, so you can't get the sword again. So basically you're going to click erase event, and that's going to make it to where you can to where it won't to where you can't keep getting that sword. So see, as you'll see, it disappeared. So there you have it. There is how you do a basic item get event. We're going to delete that though. So there you go. There you have it. And that is the end of that tutorial. And we're going to go over events even further. So we're going to make another event. And if you notice, at the last time, the sword is no longer there. First of all, what you're going to notice about the event page is there's several little check mark boxes that you can check over here. One's going to be switch. Switch is going to be very important. Switch is basically they'll trigger events to where if you want something to happen, want like an event to happen. If you click on it, want a series of events to happen, like a cut sequence, just anything. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to try to figure out what an event is actually. I mean a switch. So there's variables, there's self switch, and we're going to go over those in a minute. Basically what you're going to do is, for example, I like to use things in examples because it seems like people get that more often. So you want this event to happen when another event happens, when you click something else. So here's how an event works. We're going to name this event, or this switch. This is how switches work, sorry. We're going to name this switch anything, just something happened. Okay? Nice, spelling bad. so something happened, and that's going to allow, say, this dude right here now, this chick, and you can set their direction, whichever one they're facing. It doesn't really matter. So something happened, right? So she's gonna say something like, "Hello, my name is Cherry." Name her Cherry. Sounds like a stripper name, but whatever. And that actor is going to be this girl right here. So we're gonna pick her graphic, in the face graphic. You should already know how to do that. Okay. So what's going to happen, right? So we play our game. She's not going to be there though, because that event has not been triggered by an outside force. So she's not going to be there just yet. We're going to make her appear there by clicking on something. Events can be triggered in many different ways. So, for this one, we're going to set the same as character. Probably automatically do that. But say, when you click on, what should we click on, guys? Let's see if we click on the crystal. You can actually set this as stepping animation so that it's actually animated when you do that. I would put, no, not directional effects. I think it's the same as character, and the trigger is going to be the action button. And so we're going to go to a list of event commands. And what's going to happen is we're going to click control switches. And obviously it has this, the only one I've already made, 0001, something happened, event. So you're going to click on that one. It's already clicked for us though. So you're going to turn that on, and that's what's going to trigger the event. So that's all you need right there. So we're going to play our game. New game. And as you'll see, crystal is now animated. So now we're going to click on that crystal, and that chick just appeared. And if you click on her after that, it's just going to say, "Hello, my name is Shay." So that's how events or switches work. Okay. So after that is done, we're going to go over what new event pages are. So we're going to go to new event page. Notice how she's gone. Nothing's happened. Same page is still there. And you can set, what we're going to use right now is going to be a self switch. So A. A is like a normal switch, but it's very basic. You only have A, B, C, and D. So I'm going to change the same, or pick the same character, and trigger, make it an action button, make sure that's all squared away. And you're going to make something different happen after you click on her. So after you click on it the first time, we're going to go show text. Pick her face. Say, she says, "Hey, haven't we met before?" And what's going to make this self switch activate is after she gets done talking the first time, you're going to click control self switch. And it's going to turn A on. And that is going to trigger this page. So it's going to be really simple. So we're going to go through this whole process again. So first we're going to go click on the crystal, make sure she appears. Click on her first time. First time she says, "Hello, my name is Sherry," but remember we put the control self switch A. So after you get done talking to her, she's going to say, "Hey, I haven't met before." But she's going to repeat that process because that new page is going to be activated. So that's how those work, and it's basically give you an idea of how switches work. All right, cool. Well, we'll go over that more in detail next time.